This video I want to do an update, and this video is going to be about my speculation how Chopper will defeat Queen in Wano in a battle. Yeah, sorry for that. So we know that Chopper is the medicine man of the Straw Hat Pirate. His right word to say he's a deer. And he can use different rumble balls to make different form to him, like a big giant deer, bear, or a more humanized deer, and all this kind of thing. So have many different things to him that can make him different power abilities and so on. The other thing, so that he have, and so he have, and he knows how to cure some disease and so on. Yeah, so and we have the Chopper, and then we go to Queen. We know that Queen's second name is Queen the Plague. Queen have 3 different abilities. One of them is his Devil Fruit, that he can transform to a big Brachiosaurus, and he have also ability to use bullets, and his other ability he uses is poison. So he can say the most popular thing he uses is that his ice poison demons. So if the people are touched of the poison, they transform to some kind of demon-ish, zombie-ish ice demon kind of a thing. When they are hit or dead, so everybody, even his allies, are hit. And that with Queen is also that Queen do not care who is with him or against him. So if he want to defeat somebody, he gonna spread his poison around the battlefield. So if he hits his allies, yeah, as long as he's gonna hit the person he want to hit, that is the only point Queen's cares about, and this kind of thing. So yeah, so the thing here is that one-on-one, like force against force, so strength against strength, Chopper will not stand no chance, cannot defeat Queen in that way. So the only way I think Chopper can defeat Queen is that Chopper use his medical skills and to defeat Queen. And we also know because Queen are very good to make his allies as his friends to be enemy against him because of his tactics, because he don't care so much about his allies and so on. So okay, so my speculation here is that Chopper will use some kind of new medical thing against Queen that makes Queen's poison totally useless. That is the first phase of the battle, I think. So we know, obviously, this is why if you not have read yet 1000 chapter 7, is going to be a huge spoiler. And then they show Chopper and his friend invent a cannon that can shoot things that cures from Queen's poison. So that ability he have to cure poison. So that Chopper can do is that Chopper maybe can do some kind of something like some kind of poison against Queen. Queen, because Queen use poison, but maybe not some poison that Queen have not used before that knocks Queen out in some ways. But I also think with this is that Chopper can use some kind of rumble balls, and probably he's gonna use some new rumble ball that transform him to something different we don't yet have seen yet in One Piece. But that thing it maybe gonna be a hybrid between his strongest form, so the strongest we so far we know, and some other middle things. He probably gonna have the strength, but at the same time he's still gonna have his knowledge. He's still gonna know that he's going to have his knowledge, and he's going to have the strength and the knowledge to defeat Queen with brain power and tactics. And this is the way I think he will defeat Queen, that he's going to use tactics. and so on. So obviously that maybe sounds a bit strange. What I mean by everything is that I think he will probably take some terms with different abilities to defeat Queen. Maybe one ability is maybe that will not paralyze. I don't think paralyze, but more like you have a ability that makes, for example, first of all, is to neutralize Queen's poison weapons, and that is probably the first layer to defeat Queen. That makes him not able longer to shoot from distance his poisoned ice demons and make them useless. And the other thing is to stop Queen when Queen transforms to a Brachiosaurus, something that will make Queen cannot transform. Maybe he will give Queen some kind of a pill that will make Queen have extreme stomach ache, and that will not make him transform. Because if Queen cannot transform to a Brachiosaurus, then we have one thing that is out of the picture, and the other thing is to stop the second picture. The part is to stop Queen's poison. So if we defeat this kind of thing, we have two abilities that can stop Queen. So the first thing is that he will use some kind of new Rumble Ball. That is the first thing, I think. The second thing I think Chopper will use against Queen, the Plague, is some kind of poison that Queen have not yet. That Queen can eat his own medicine, like poison against Queen. That is the third thing a Chopper will use. And the fourth thing is, because as I said in the beginning that Queen makes lots of enemies, because he even attacks his allies, like his minions. So I think Chopper, his new Rumble Ball, his new poison that Chopper probably will use against Queen. Then, and the fourth thing is he's gonna get help of the allies that were first work for Queen, and now gonna join the other side, and together they will defeat Queen. But still, Chopper is the one that defeats Queen, because he brings all the plans and all the tactics and so on to defeat Queen. So even if Chopper gets helps of the other one, of the minions, or of his minions, is still Chopper himself that defeats Queen. Because if Chopper also fights totally alone against Queen, Queen will win. The only way Chopper can defeat Queen if he uses different tactics together to defeat Queen. And the third tactic is the allies, like the minions against Queen and so on. This is the way I think how Chopper will defeat Queen and so on. And probably that is that thing with Queen and Chopper, because I think also Chopper also really deserve that fight, because it's so few fights Chopper can fight against somebody that's really strong. So if Chopper defeats Queen, that may gonna be a very big thing, because it's gonna be so people not gonna suspect that, do not gonna think that will happen, because Queen is one of the calamities, the strongest, one of the three strongest members of Kaido, the Beast Pirates. Obviously, Kaido is highest, then is King, then is Queen. So Queen is the third strongest member. Then fine. So that I think Chopper will defeat Queen, and then we have my other speculation is that obviously that's more easier is that Yamato and Jack will fight. And Yamato probably gonna. My speculation here for Yamato's Devil Fruit power is that Yamato gonna transform to a female Oni, because we see that very closely. Short reveal of Yamato's reveal, but when she fights Sasaki, when Frankie come, they to break up the fight, so we don't see the full reveal. We just see the start of the reveal of that power. So that's just my speculation that Yamato's Devil Fruit is the female Oni. And because she have a Kinabu, and she's probably gonna use that ability and her power. So she's probably a powerhouse, and this way she will defeat Jack with like very heavy punches and very heavy swings with her club. So that is these two characters. So Chopper, Queen, Yamato, and Jack, and the other one probably will be that is probably not as popular, but still that will happen is Sparrow and Sanji will fight, and then we have Marco and King, because both of them fly and they're so we have them, and that is probably this character I think will fight. And then we're obviously gonna see more about Jinbei's and Who's fight and Frankie's fight against Sasaki and this kind of thing. And obviously I absolutely want to see more about Nico Robin and Black Maria and Brooks fight. But the thing I most of all want to see is obviously to see Chopper and Queen fight, the second part of their fight, and then is to see Jinbei and Who's Who, probably this one. And then after that is Yamato and Jack, because Yamato and Jack are perfect fit for each other as a fight fight. I think people may have a different opinion. That is just my opinion and so on. And then obviously probably the final touch to Wano probably will be Kaido's defeat of, obviously again a new spoiler, is that Oden are back. What I mean with this is that we have Oda is back, but we don't know if that is the real, if this is Oda, or if there's some kind of a cyborg or a pacifista or something else. My speculation here that is some kind of very, very advanced, super advanced pacifista that have the same power as the original one, but the only difference is here is that they don't have bones, but they have instead of flesh and bone, they have flesh, but they do not have like a heart and a skull. What I mean is that the ascent, like the shell, is Oden, but his soul is not Oden. It's control of something else. That is what I mean. So he will know everybody he has known before he was executed of Kaido, and he was boiled alive and then shot and then killed, and so on. So I think is him, but it's at the same time it's not him. If you understand what I mean. So the shell is Oda. His soul is something else. So he's like, he's like kind of a robot, but still not a robot, and more like a combination of a zombie and a robot, but still not a zombie. Like, he is him, but not him. That is just one of my speculations for him. That we know that the world government talks about that they don't longer need the Shippukais. Other word for them is the 7 warlords of the sea. That was Jinbei, Bangkok Boa, Mihawk, and Law, the Surgeon of Death. All of them, the member, and Moria, and so on. Different members of the. And the government say they have a new thing that are necessary to longer have this ex-pirates in their crew, in their marine anymore, because they find something else. What I think they have found is that they can take control over things that already is dead and bring them in some way back to life to fight for the marine. For example, if the marine can control Oda to fight for them, Oda is the only one so far that have make a permanent scar on Kaido when Kaido was in his dragon form. So far with his sword Emma, one of the very powerful sword. That is the only one, and we know that first Oda first job working was with the White Bear Pirate. Then later on he joined the Golden Roger Pirates, and that because he wanted to leave Wano to see the world, and this kind of thing. So yeah, that is one. So that is the two thing, and then we know the other thing is also his wife have the fruit that can put people forward in time, and this kind of thing. So but that my speculation is that he is a kind of a super advanced cyborg, and the world government sent him there because they need to, because they also discuss. We know that the CP0 are there in Wano, and they discuss who will win. Will the old school emperor wins, like Kaido and Big Mom and Beast Pirate, or will the new emperor Monkey D. Luffy and his allies defeat them? And then so probably they're gonna come there to defeat them, because if they can knock out two of the emperors in the same time, the Marine as the same time, they can take control of Wano, and Wano have very big export of sea stone weapons. So that is just one speculation I have. So maybe the final opponent in Wano is maybe not Kaido or Big Mom. Maybe the final opponent will be Oda, like the fake Oda, which is just what I think. Yeah, and this kind of thing. But remember, everything I say here is just a speculation. We don't know what will happen. We have the next chapter will come out on Thursday in Japan, and in Europe on on Thursday in Japan, and in Friday in Europe will chapter 1008 come out, and then we're gonna see more about that, what will happen and so on. And this kind of, and that is everything I really want to say. Hope you liked it, and yeah.